right, and hi, how are you? What's your name? What'd you do?
So what's up? I'm Jordan. I day 2'd Rhode Island. Ended up getting 23rd on round 9, so ended up bubbling, but it is what it is. Played Mitsurugi.
Oh, no, you got day 2. You got a, what, like 49th after?
No, day 2 I finished 23rd, and then, or sorry, day 1 I finished 23rd, and then day 2 I finished 38th. So it wasn't bad. The Mitsurugi Fiendsmith deck is disgusting. The deck is cracked. There are some changes I would make, but I'll go over it when we get to it.
Yeah, go for it. All right, how many cards in the main deck?
45.
Nice. Let's see. Show us the goo.
All right, so ritual monsters here. We've got 3 Hibachi. So this card's cracked. Then we have enough said. I don't need to say anything else. Futsu and Murakamo. So I feel like these ratios are fine. I may bump this up to 2. Depends. There are some times where this got banished face down by a Fender and it felt bad, but I still won that game because their deck sucked. But anyway, just the 5 rituals. Then we've got 3 Aramasa, 2 Saji, and a Kusanagi. I was tempted not to play this card, but you really need it for the 1-card combo to kind of insulate a little bit better through Droll. So many times I would open up this card, or I would send it off the ritual, then add another card back and still in on a board through Droll. So I think it's pretty good. I think you need to play it. Just overall, it feels good. Then we've got the sub-engine, the Fiendsmith engine. So we've got Engraver, Lacrima, Lurie. Shout out to Richard for letting me borrow these QCRs. I saw them every freaking game. They were sick. I think this is the best sub-engine in the game. Rise Heal's cool. You get to draw like 4 cards with Detonator, but I ended on Wave King Caesar or Desiree every single game.
Did you ever go past the secret engravers to dump the QCR one?
Yes, all the time.
Okay,
yeah, cool. Yeah. You always got to dump the QCRs first. That way your opponent knows you're balling.
Optimal.
Then we go into hand traps. So 3 Ash, 3 Fua, 3 Perulia, 3 Droll. Most notably, there's no Imperm in this list. I didn't play Imperm. I didn't think we needed it. I just don't think that card does enough impact against the Malice matchup. I don't think it does really that much against most matchups in general. I put Perulia in over it. I saw it twice, and both times it was normal summon, so I guess it worked out. I don't know.
Best normal summon in the game. Aqua.
Right? Normal summon it and made Dagaris. So.
Oh my god. Okay.
Then we played 3 Prayers. This card is also really stupid. You can just activate it and draw a face and play around Droll if you have a tribute in hand. It's just overall probably the best one. Then 3 pre-prep. This card felt good. There were times where I'd draw like this and not be able to play the game, or draw like this and the pre-prep's dead. But it's not the worst thing in the world. You can always set this card and have it as a bluff, or if you use this effect to put it back into the deck, then you can add it then. But yeah, that's why we only played 1 mirror. This card's kind of a brick. Then we had double track for the Fiendsmith engine, double Mitsurugi ritual. I really think you need to stick with 2 on this card. I saw people playing 3, and I just don't think that's correct. I think 3 is a little bit of a brick. This card's searchable. The other card's searchable. It's just that much better. Then probably the card of the weekend. Every time I saw this card, I just flat out won the game. That's 3 Salesman.
Let's go.
So the theory behind this card was I wanted 5 ways to stop Droll and Lockbird. So like if you do the math on it, it's pretty okay to draw this cards, opening those in game 1 with 45 cards. It's not the worst thing, but it's also just fantastic going second. Like I called Detonator, and my opponent looked at me really funny, and then he tried to summon his Detonator back and activate it, and I'm like, you just can't. This card's read this card. But no, so many times I would just go first, like opening like this combo or this combo, right? I can go like Salesman, call Ash Blossom, and then just called by their Droll when they get it. So, and you can also do that the opposite way around if you wanted to. I know it kind of conflicts with the hand trap lineup in the deck a little bit, like with the Drolls, the Perulias, and stuff. So, it didn't really have a conflicting interest on the deck at all. Every time I saw like the hand trap, I would just normal summon it and make IP or go into sequence with one of the Fiendsmith cards. So,
That's the reason I play Nib, right? Is that
Yeah.
you can call Nib with it and be free.
And I can also call Nib with this card, and it's literally free. So it's really funny. Also against Malice, you can just call Cryptor, and they can't use that card anymore. And then lastly, the one card that sticks to your hand every game, Paradise.
I'd rather draw that than Mirror, honestly.
Yeah, at least I can search Mirror off of the other card.
Exactly.
So side deck next, we have obviously 3 Lancia, 3 Meows. I never sided this card in. It's good. Every time I was going to get Mitsurugi, I was going against Mitsurugi going first. Or I knew I was going to go first, or I was going to go second, game 3. And I put this card in like twice in the 11 rounds, and it's just never had a relevant.
Were they both Malice matchups?
Yeah, they were both Malice.
Okay.
Yeah, it was both the Malice. I only played Malice twice today. It was kind of weird. I didn't expect that.
Must be nice.
Another crazy card that I played today was Super Poly.
Oh yeah.
Creamy.
Dude, let me tell you, nice water deck. Talents, 2 thrusts. I sided these cards in pretty close to every game. Same with the Super Polys, actually. I sided them in almost every game because it hits pretty much every card in the format, every deck in the format. But these cards are good.
Hot take. Tactics cards are good.
Exactly. Then lastly, we played the thrust targets of DDG, Dimensional Barrier, and Purification. I didn't want to see this card going second. Siding it actually felt fantastic, no joke. So many times I would not search it game 1, and they're like, oh, you're just not playing Purification. And then game 2 or 3, whenever I'd go first, I would side this card in and search it, and their eyes get really wide, and it's funny. Then extra deck, your general inboard sometimes, Nib token.
There you go.
Sequence, Requiem, Moon, Sequence, IP, SP, Agnumde. This is your link lineup. I wouldn't change any of this. A lot of your general inboard can end on IP to kind of go into the SP later on. I actually did a really funny play where I left Sequence, or I left this on board and IP, and I just went into Agnumde to then be able to reborn back my Desiree that was engraved. That was really funny. Then we did Dugaris, Wave King, number 90. This card actually came up every single game. The big ritual guys are level 8, so you can end on this with the Ame next to it, and then the Wave King next to it. That's your general inboard. It's like 3, just like Summon Negate, Monster Negate, Omni Negate. I think these are good. The Dugaris stays definitely, but I'm considering maybe cutting a card for Feral Imps because that card's just cracked. But I'd have to kind of do some more testing with it and look into it. Then 1 Chaos Angel.
10.
Hey, this card's crazy.
Yeah, how does Rise it up at?
They don't. Then we've got Necroquip Desiree. This is your other fusions. Then we've got Mud Dragon, Garua. This card draws a card, by the way. And then the World Chart.
Oh, wow.
I played this for the Malice matchup, so I saw it one time, and he scooped when I activated it, fused 3 off, so I didn't really get to summon it. But, this card makes Chaos Angel, and it draws a card.
You trademark. That's good.
It's crazy. That was the deck.
Yeah.
The thing I might change
Any
is,
changes? Any stuff like that?
I might actually cut Habakiri to 2.
Oh, wow. Okay.
This card's a fantastic starter, but I don't know. There's times where you do need 3. You play through enough, and it gets you a large enough grind game where you need the 3rd to be able to ritual summon from hand, because you can get this card back from grave, like during their turn. You could put it back in deck by attributing one of the guys off the field to do interaction. So cutting it to 2 might be something to test with, but I don't know. I didn't really have a point where it was overly cloggy in the deck where I opened up multiples of it or anything crazy like that. So I don't know. The deck felt good all day. I ended day 1 X1, so I literally only lost to my first round, which was just pure Ryzeal. He just had the nuts every single game. So I mean, I would definitely play this again. I definitely recommend playing this deck.
Yeah, perfect. All right, any last shout-outs, any final thoughts, any things like that?
Shout out to Team Mythic. Shout out to
Mystic?
Mystic.
Team Mystic?
It's Mythic.
Yeah, Mythic. Shout out to Team Mythic. Shout out to Alien Card Games, ToonGaming. Shout out to the boys. Shout out to the boys over there. Did a shit ton of testing. Also, shout out to Home Crew in Sylvan, North Carolina, kind of let me borrow cards and stuff. Yeah, shout out to SmartTcg also, by the way.
Thank you.
Go to their website. Go to their website, bro.
Thank you for noticing the camera movement.
And then shout out to Droopy McCool, bro.
All right, bye.